Hello, welcome to the Kitchen Spy. My name is Kate and this is another Meals of the Week video and also a return to Ceredigion. So we came last weekend to our caravan and just did a clean and just went down to the local beach. But this week we came for a long weekend, so it's been a really lovely Easter weekend for us. And so on the end of this video is a little bit of the Ceredigion coast and a little bit about an ancient church as well. So if you want to stay on at the end to watch that, then it would be great, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, I hope this video finds you safe and well and that you've had some good things to eat this week. It's a bit of a dodgy old weather week in Wales. We've had really full sunshine but hugely cold and strong winds, and then we're due snow tomorrow. Anyway, let's have a look at what we ate this week. So this is a bit of a departure really, but this is just what I fancied for my dinner on this evening. So I had a corned beef and brown sauce sandwich, brown sauce of course, with salt and vinegar crisps, and that's not a huge plate, and that bread is only from a 400-gram loaf, so it's quite small, but even so that came to 488 calories. Just goes to show, doesn't it, how much stuff it is in terms of calories. And then on Monday, well, you don't see this very often here, but I just had a pizza it was from Co-op actually, and this was an individual pizza for one person, and I was eating on my own, so I just thought, why not? So it was 577 calories for the pizza. It was really nice, and I just served it with some salad and some salad dressing, as you can see here. So that's actually 2/3 of the pizza, but I did actually eat the other third. I just couldn't get it all on the plate at the same time. So altogether, that plate of food was 616 calories. It was really nice. It was one of the thin crust pizzas, which is my favourite type of pizza. And the topping was really tasty, quite spicy, and it had got chilies and pepperoni and things, which is just my kind of pizza. So altogether, 616 calories, and I really enjoyed it, and hardly any effort at all. Well, none. On Tuesday, this was a weird meal, but oh gosh, it was so lovely. So this is a Peter's, a Welsh food company, steak and gravy pie, and I've served it with marrow fat peas and gravy and mint sauce. It was delicious. I mean, it was really lovely. I think when I posted it on Instagram, I said I ate it like a starving dog, and I did. I really just wolfed it down. It was really tasty. Quite a high calorie meal for me at 685 calories, but sometimes you've just got to do it, haven't you? And I didn't really need any potatoes or anything with that. That was a really filling meal. So 685 calories. Then back to something a bit more normal, which is steak, which I just pan fried in a dry pan. And I've served that with asparagus, green beans, purple sprouting broccoli, roast tomatoes, and I just made a little bit of garlic and herb butter just by putting a crushed garlic clove into some Anchor Light spreadable and some mixed herbs, and then just melted that onto the steak and the vegetables, and then served that with a dollop of Dijon mustard, and that was 544 calories. And I find when I serve steak like this and I don't have chips or potatoes or anything with it, I really don't miss the carbs. I think this is just a really lovely meal, and as I say, 544 calories, and it was yummy. So then on Thursday, I had Thursday afternoon off work, and we came to the caravan in the afternoon, so I just wanted something really simple to do. So I just put some chicken thighs into a dish in the oven, and I just sprinkled them with some lemons, some garlic powder, and also a little bit of paprika. And then I served that with some skin on McCain fries, which are really nice actually, and some little baby peppers, which I halved and then stuffed with low-fat garlic and herb cheese. Topped that with a little thin slice of parmesan taken off with a potato peeler and just popped on top of the tomatoes and just makes them brown. And that was 757 calories. Huge. For me anyway. And then on Friday we just had a pork bolognese with pasta and parmesan. So normally I mix my bolognese sauce through my pasta, but I'd made double, so I mixed it through once it was in the serving bowls. So this was just really a bolognese made how you would normally make a bolognese sauce, but instead of using beef I used pork just to make it slightly lighter, and with a fairly big portion of pasta there that came to 565 calories, and then obviously some shavings of parmesan cheese as well, and that was really nice. And then on to Saturday. So I didn't really want to have to cook on Sunday, so we did our roast on Saturday. So this is the roast belly pork that I showed you in my haul earlier in the week. And it did turn out really nice as it happens. And I just served that quite plainly with some mashed potatoes, some broccoli, some green beans and some asparagus and gravy. So not a kind of full-on roast dinner, but certainly really tasty. I don't know about the calories because obviously the crackling is fairly high in calories, but it was lovely, and it was worth it to have a really lovely tasty meal. I'm sorry about the visuals here, but the light on this day was like really bright coming through the window, so it was a bit odd really to get a good picture of it, but I think you've got the gist of it. And that pork was really nice in terms of it was fairly meaty, and of course belly pork is fatty, but it was lovely and really worth doing. So if you're leaving at this point, thanks very much for watching, and if you're staying on, I just want to show you a little bit of our weekend in Ceredigion. So the first thing I want to show you is we went to a little village called Tiddy, and we did a circular walk there which takes in some of the coastal path but also this lovely church. So this is Saint Ceredigion church, and he was a 7th century Welsh bishop and a prince, as he was the son of the reigning king of Powys, which is ironic because that's where we live. And these are Jessie's best friends. We met with our friends, so it was lovely to actually go on to a walk and see people, so it was a real good treat. And then we noticed this gravestone, which I think has got the most amazing little quote on it, which says, I don't know whether you can see it, so I'll read it. It says, "Young men, take warning all by me. My life was short, here as you see. With serious thoughts redeem your time. Your rose may fall as soon as mine." Oh, he was 21 when he died. Oh, that's so sad. Anyway, this church was a 13th century church, and it was rebuilt in 1825 on the site of a Bronze Age ceremonial ground. So it's got a huge amount of history. I quite like looking at graves and gravestones. I don't know whether that makes me a bit weird, but I think it's just so interesting. And I did try to find out a little bit about George Parry, but I just couldn't find anything about him. But yeah, they must have been quite a wealthy family, I think, because the stone here was quite big and it was in a prominent place in the churchyard. And there's other family members as well, but I think that little poem was really quite lovely to read. And then as you walk through the churchyard, you come into a really lovely wooded valley, and there is this stream here, and this is Tiddy, is actually is valley in Welsh, so I imagine that this stream is probably the stream, the Tiddy, and the way that you spell Tiddy is CWMTYDU. So if you're looking on that on a map, it's said, not how it's spelt really, as the letters in Welsh. Some of the letters have like a different pronunciation, and I don't claim to be an expert. I'm not a really good Welsh speaker or anything. We did learn Welsh when we first moved here, and we did it for 4 years at night school, but it's really a difficult language to learn, but very beautiful to listen to. Anyway, so yeah, there's this stream, and even though we haven't had much rain recently, it was quite quite spectacular. And then out on the coast path, the Ceredigion coast path is really something to behold. So if you get a chance and you're ever in the area, I would thoroughly recommend going onto the Ceredigion coast path. It is absolutely lovely. It's kind of like a less populated Cornwall or Devon, really, in terms of the spectacularness. Is spectacularness a word? I don't know. Anyway, it is now. So where I'm standing here and looking down onto that rock, and I'm not sure exactly what that rock is called. I did try to look on the Ordnance Survey map, but I couldn't see anything. But you're actually standing on an Iron Age settlement here as you look down, called Castelbach, which I think means small castle. And but it's an Iron Age settlement on these cliffs would have been something fairly spectacular, I think, because you're very exposed here, so I'm not exactly sure why they did, unless it was like a fortification. This is looking out west towards Ireland, so who knows what the rationale was behind building a fort where they did, or a settlement, but anyway, it obviously worked for them. And this is just a little bit further along the coast. I hope I'm not boring you with the Ceredigion coast. And looking back at that rock, which is pretty spectacular, it almost looks man-made in the way that it's just really pointy and lovely, and you can almost see where it's broken away from the main headland there, I guess, over years and years and years. So yeah, we had a lovely walk, and it was good to see our friends again, obviously all completely socially distanced and things, and lovely to spend some time with Tess and Judy, who were the dogs we saw and who were Jessie's busy mates, as we used to call them. Anyway, so also something I wanted to share with you was and I'm not sure it captures it here properly, but the beautiful yellow of the gorse at this time of year is really spectacular. So I think I've probably given you more of Ceredigion than I have meals of the week, so I hope you've not been lured here under false pretenses. But I know that a lot of you have said that you do like the kind of insight into just Wales and the surrounding area, because it gets you out of wherever you are for a while. I like seeing other places too. And the other thing I wanted to say was on my community page, I put something about what type of videos you might want to see, you might want me to do. I mean, obviously I can't promise that I'll do everything that people suggest, and obviously I'd like it to be within the theme of the channel, but if there's anything that you would like to see, any kind of videos or whatever, then just let me know in the comments or whatever, or drop me a DM on Instagram or whatever, because I want this channel to be popular for you guys as well. I want you to enjoy watching it, and if there's something I could be doing that I don't do already and is feasible, then I'd be more than glad to. Anyway, I am going on again, so I'm just going to end there, and I'm just going to say, you take care, you look after yourself. I'll be back on Wednesday. I'm not exactly sure what I'll be back with, because I haven't got a shopping delivery coming this week until after Wednesday, so I might have to jig the videos around. Anyway, you take care of yourself and those that you love, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching and all your support. I really appreciate it. You take care. Bye bye.